We have learned about many different habitats. Today, we are going to learn about a fourth habitat, the desert. A habitat is a place where animals and plants live together. Say the word habitat with me. Habitat. Good job. Remember, animals find all the things they need to survive right in their habitat. They find food, water, and shelter. And those are an animal's basic needs. Plants find all the things they need to survive in their habitat too. They find nutrients, air, water, and light, and those are a plant's basic needs. This is a picture of a desert habitat. Deserts are very dry habitats. There's not much water because it does not rain very often. The desert we are going to talk about is hot and sandy. We're going to learn all about the plants and animals that can survive in the hot, dry desert. And I want you to listen carefully to those plants and animals because when we're finished reading the story, I'm going to have you make a list of all of the plants and animals you can remember from our story. Look all around. Do you see the tall, spiny cactus reaching up toward the sky? Do you see the dry, sandy soil? Can you see the rocks on the ground that are warm and toasty from the hot sun? You can see the desert habitat, but you can't see me. I'm hiding under a rock. But I would love to scurry out and meet you. Boys and girls, what animal do you think that might be? Remember, it's going to be an animal that lives in the desert and hides under a rock. Howdy, my name is Lanya Lizard, and I live in the desert. Even though the desert is hot and dry, I'm very comfortable living here. If you look closely, you can see many of the plants and animals that live here in the desert with me. I can see a hawk searching for food from the top of a cactus. I think I will dart around the desert sand and see what other plants and animals I will meet in my habitat. Boys and girls, what sorts of plants and animals do you see living in the desert? Look at the picture here. I see a lizard, bird, coyote, jackrabbit, and a cactus. I better be quiet and careful as I crawl along so I don't scare away the animals who live all around me in the desert. Thud, thud. Listen closely. I hear a jackrabbit thumping its hind feet. It's warning other rabbits that there is a bobcat hiding in a nearby rocky cave. I'm going to sneak away quietly so that fierce bobcat doesn't see me. Wow, look at the gigantic ears on that jackrabbit. It uses its ears to stay cool in the hot desert sun since it has such a warm, furry body. The heat in the jackrabbit's body travels up to its ears and then goes right out into the air. I wonder how other desert animals keep themselves cool when the sun makes the desert so hot. Boys and girls, how do human beings cool their bodies when they get too hot? They may wear shorts, drink cold water, go swimming, hide in the shade, use air conditioning. Human beings do a lot of different things to help stay cool in the hot weather. Using my binoculars, I can spy a bobcat sitting in its dark cave staying cool. I bet it's surveying the desert in search of food. When it spies something to eat, it will leap carefully down the rocks and sprint to catch its prey in its sharp claws. Over there on a rock in the sun, I see my brother Lamar, a collared lizard, sunning himself to keep warm. Unlike many other animals in the desert, we lizards like the hot sun, as long as we don't get too hot. If we do feel too hot, we can just hide under our shady rock. I can always find many animal friends over near the prickly pear cactuses that grow down close to the ground. Turtles and ground squirrels love to eat the prickly pear's juicy red fruit. Many animals, like snakes and spiders, hide out under the cactus, trying to find a bit of shade. I like hiding out here with my desert friends too. Boys and girls, look at all the different animals that use the prickly pear cactus for food and shelter. I can see a turtle and a ground squirrel eating its fruit, and a snake cooling itself in the shade. What other animals do you see that enjoy living near the prickly pear cactus? I see insects like a millipede and a scorpion, and I see a tarantula, which is a type of spider. There are all kinds of plants growing in my habitat. Desert plants don't have big green leaves. Instead, they have thin, prickly spines or needles. Let me get a closer look at the top of one of the saguaro cactuses. If I peer through my binoculars, I can see a bird and some bees drinking the nectar from its flowers. It seems birds in every habitat are always looking for nectar. I better be careful when I'm scurrying through the sandy soil. I could meet either of these creatures crawling on the floor of the desert. The hairy tarantula crawls slowly across the sand and dirt. Uh-oh! A poisonous scorpion has crept out from under its rock. I'd better dart away. Look at all the animals in the desert that are searching for food. It looks like the roadrunner was fast enough to catch a tiny lizard for dinner. The kit fox has pricked its ears as if it's heard something. I wonder if it hears me. Yikes! I better get going. I think that was a mother fox hoping to find some food for her kits. These young foxes look like they've just awoken from their daily snooze. It sure is hard to see them, since their fur is the same color as the sand and dirt in the desert. I wonder if they can hear me. I better skedaddle. Boys and girls, we learned all about the word camouflage. Do you remember what camouflage means? That's right, it means a way for animals to blend in and stay hidden by using the color of their bodies to match the color of the things around them. And these fox here, their fur is the same color as the desert sand, so they can hide in their habitat. Shake, shake, shake. I hear the rattle of a rattlesnake's tail. It looks like it was just resting in the shade of a rock, but now it's awake and warning me to leave it alone. I'm out of here. Ah-oo! There's a coyote's howl. That tells me the hot sun is about to set and the dry, sandy desert will soon be dark and cool. Since the sun is going to start setting soon, I think I'll catch a nap too. I need to get back to my rock that's been warming in the sun all day so I can stay warm when the sun goes down. So boys and girls, now would be a good time to make a list of all of the plants and animals that live in the desert habitat. So think back to the story we read today and have an adult write down the words as you say them.